Hey guys, it's Robbie coming to you again on this Halloween day. Happy Halloween, by the way. Right now, I want to give you my review of Les Miserables, the musical, the Chicago version of it. So I went and saw Les Miserables maybe 3 days ago, and I had time to process it, and I want to give my review. First off, Les Miserables is my favorite musical, absolutely hands down. Before that, it was Into the Woods. But as I got older, I stopped liking the music in Into the Woods as much. The wolf is like super creepy in that, and not in like the good way. And I felt like some of this story kind of fell flat. The older I get, it's not as amusing. I think when I first saw it, I was maybe 19 or 20, so it definitely hasn't aged well for me. But getting to Les Miserables, I saw this movie at the Cadillac Palace Theater in Chicago, and I want to say that it was a really good musical, obviously, because it's a good musical and it's good material. The acting was fantastic. The cast did an amazing job. The guy who plays Valjean hits his notes fantastically. Javert was good, definitely better than Russell Crowe, and I think that the pacing was really good. Before I forget, I want to do some of these critiques before I continue on with the with what I liked about it. I noticed that with this one, there are times where they're offbeat a little bit. And by offbeat, I feel like either the music is going too fast or they're singing too slow. And it felt like they were a little offbeat. It wasn't every song, but it was a few of Valjean's songs I thought he was a little off with. The confrontation between him and Javert, I thought it was a little off, which kind of, because that was one of the songs that I was looking forward to. And then there was another song. I'm trying to think of which one it was, though. It might have been One Day More, I can't remember, but it was just like a little off. And sometimes like timing can really get to me. Don't mind that, that's just my heater. It's absolutely freezing here in the city. But the other thing that I want to critique is they were trying to get address the fact of how grimy the situation was in France at that time. And so during a lot of the scenes where they're trying to be sexually suggestive, they do like a lot of thrusting, which I thought was unnecessary because the dialogue or the music portrays that very well. Like in the song Lovely Ladies, they kind of went overboard with that. I think they did it in Master of the House. They did some thrusting in that. And then there was another one where they're in, what was it? Red and Black. I think they did a lot of thrusting in that one too. Not a lot, but just it kind of distracted from the story. I know they were trying to be funny, but we got what they meant. They didn't all have to air thrust. It just felt weird and inappropriate, especially since this musical isn't really an adult musical and there were a ton of kids there. It just felt really weird that they kept doing all the air thrusting. Another critique is that while I loved Eponine, I thought she was amazing, there are certain songs that I didn't love her singing. I really feel bad saying that because she sounded great on some songs, but on other songs it wasn't as good as it could have been. Some positives though, the kids were fantastic. All the kids, their singing was amazing, the acting was amazing, they hit all their marks, which I thought was pretty good for children. They were young children too. The kid who played Gavroche did an amazing job. He was essentially given a lot to do, and I always like the scene where, spoiler alert, Gavroche gets shot. I always feel like little kids are kind of antsy, so getting a little kid to sit still and play dead would be hard, but the kid did a great job because they essentially lay him in the corner, and so the whole scene is going on around him, and he has to just lay there and play dead. And little kids kind of get antsy, and they start moving and stuff like that. I've seen that in like amateur plays, but the kids did a fantastic job. I really liked Valjean in this. when he sang "Bring Them Home," that's one of my favorite songs in the movie. So when he sang "Bring Them Home," I was like, man, this is amazing. Hit all of his notes. My other favorite song is, obviously, I like "Red and Black." I like the Confrontation song, which I can't think of the name of. And I really like the final song of Valjean, right before he passes away. The guy who plays Javert did a fantastic job. Although I really enjoy, kind of with the original cast of Les Miserables, Javert had a very deep voice, so that I always picture that deeper Javert singing voice. I always just hear it in my head. So the guy did a fantastic job. I just really, really liked the original guy who sings his part. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Also, I thought spoiler alert, the scene where Javert dies, he kind of falls to his death. They do it very interestingly. So they kind of like black it out and they just kind of have him going like this. And they show an image of him sort of falling. But since I know how Javert dies, I wonder how that played with other people. Because it's not as obvious that he fell to his death. It just kind of looks like he's falling. So I thought maybe they could have been more, what do you call it? They could have been more direct in saying that Javert killed himself. Other than that, like I said, it was a great, great musical. I enjoyed every second of it. I was at the edge of my seat like, yes, yes, more, please. So anyway, guys, this has been Rob Robbie. That's my review of Les Miserables. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.